What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Before I get too far into this video, just a small reminder, nearly 40% of my viewers are not subscribed. If you feel like I've earned that subscription today, which I hope I have, there's a little button right below the video. Again, if you feel I've earned it, please consider subscribing. It just makes finding my videos much easier. Now, Blackface. In its absolute purest form, the basest definition of it, it's simply makeup used by a non-black performer to play a black role. There are all sorts of other connotations with it, especially historically, where obviously portraying that black role was not in a, it wasn't normally in a positive light. It's just something that people have basically known for the last 50 years that it's not okay. And ultimately, it's funny to me that the only reason I care about it, or that I even report on it, is it seems like people who are exceedingly woke keep getting caught doing it. We had Sarah Silverman famously do that. We had Justin Trudeau, I think more than once, famously doing that. We had Howard Stern, who not only did blackface, but it was also dropping hard R's all over the place in an effort, by his words, to just be edgy. These are all people that speak out vehemently against that type of thing now. Like, they're always really, really far left. Hollywood celebrities seem to have this history of it. Now, I don't know if there are a bunch of conservative actors that have done this. Maybe I just haven't seen it. There's also it's basically a fireable offense right now. Lifetime Athletic fires senior manager seen in blackface in racially charged social media post. This just a few days ago. The CEO is an immigrant. Multiple VPs are black. The face of their PT brand is black. Their national VP of business development is a black woman. VP scouting is black. Do your research. Multiple more minorities in leadership positions. But nonetheless, it is a fireable offense because it makes the brand look very bad. Sorry, my cat is sleeping on my keyboard. Howard Stern, back in 1993, did a terrible, terrible video. Very out of touch. Now, by the way, to be clear, I don't care. You do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be allowed to do it. I'm saying that it's probably not a good idea. And if somebody comes looking for you, you know, you can't really be that surprised about it, especially in the way that Howard Stern did it. He comes out to say, the stuff I did back then was crazy. Stern said on him appearing in blackface in 1993. I'll be the first to admit, I won't go back and watch those old shows. It's like, who is that guy? But that was my shtick. Oh, okay. Being racist was just your shtick. That's what Howard Stern today would say, of course. And he used that opportunity still. You know, that's how these people are, right? Howard Stern responds to 1993 blackface video, still criticizes Trump. I mean, it's just so funny to me. It's so funny to me. Here's another one. Blackface incident at a Halloween party draws eclectic mix. Journalists and political types from Washington's power elite. Got to get them fired. But most importantly, we had Jimmy Kimmel, who did a lot of spots, I think as Karl Malone, if I remember right. Not just black face, but like entirely black body. And now he's conveniently taking the summer off to spend time with his family. He still has not addressed it, which is curious. But we see ABC's Jimmy Kimmel on Thursday announced he will be taking the summer off after facing criticism over wearing blackface in a reoccurring skit he performed while working on The Man Show on Comedy Central. Now, I'm not offended by this. I don't know. I can understand why black folks would probably be offended. I don't know the number of them. It's almost like I can imagine some black folks looking at it and being like, dude, and then like laughing because it's so bad. But I don't know. Maybe it really did offend people to the core. I don't know. Kimmel, as a co-host of The Man Show, performed a recurring skit that included him dressed in blackface as then NBA star Karl Malone. Videos and photos of the skit have on the show, which ran from 1999 to 2004, have been circulating online recently. I mean, this isn't like it was the 50s, you know? And you hear Stacey Washington, how about a coloring book of yourself entitled The Jimmy Kimmel Blackface Edition? I have my crayons ready. And this is, of course, in response to Jimmy Kimmel saying, our unfounding father pushes ridiculous theory and new coloring book. Jimmy Kimmel, an outspoken critic of Trump, something he's, of course, entitled to do, something not unusual, stunning, or brave in the Hollywood circles, but nonetheless, you can see Jacob Berry. Doesn't Kerry Washington know that Jimmy Kimmel appeared in blackface and co-hosted a show where he was mean to women? Hey, I'm just going by the Hollywood SJW rules. Because, you know, that's true. I mean, holding people to their own standards is something, it's a dangerous, it's a spicy line. You know, I don't like cancel culture and I don't like to participate in it, but also I do like to hold people to their own standards. So it's a fine line to watch. You could see, wait, so now there's outrage over Jimmy Fallon wearing blackface in one sketch 20 years ago, but still crickets on the left from Jimmy Kimmel's old reoccurring blackface sketch, and of course nothing on Ralph Northam. I don't know that situation. At least be consistent with your cancel culture. Wait, so there? I mean, that's a big part of it, right? They only cancel the wrong people. Jimmy Kimmel is an outspoken Trump critic and therefore seems to be facing no backlash. And curiously, Jimmy Fallon, who remains relatively apolitical on his show, had to issue this cringeworthy apology and then go on an apology tour where he apologized for everything. You know, it's not like Fallon, that sketch wasn't approved by people on Saturday Night Live and approved to run by the network. It was all Jimmy Fallon. He goes on to say, I'm taking the summer to spend even more time with my family, Kimmel said on Thursday night from his home studio. There's nothing wrong. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. I just need a couple of months off. Yeah, to hide from the problem. While I'm going, a cavalcade of very kind and capable people will be filling in for me, the 52-year-old added. I'm pretty sure I have an idea who's going to be. He's going to be making reparations and host choices, I'm guessing. The announcement from Kimmel comes after rival Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon recently apologized for his blackface skit he did on Saturday Night Live in year 2000. In year 2000, while on SNL, he made a terrible decision to do an impression of Chris Rock while in blackface. Fallon said that on Twitter late May. Yeah, fine. Kimmel began his host on Kimmel Live 18 years and taped over 3,000 episodes. The guest-hosted episodes will begin on Independence Day weekend on July 6th. Kimmel is slated to host the Emmys on ABC September 20th. He last took his leave of absence in 2007 when his kid was sick. Totally understandable. But it's interesting that nobody seems to be calling this what it is. He's hiding. Jimmy Kimmel is hiding from the controversy. While at least you could say Jimmy Fallon, as pathetic as it was, apologized. I'm not sure that there are many people. Look, I'm fully admitting this very well could be a blind spot. It is a blind spot for me. But to me, it's hard to imagine that there are people, like droves of black folks who demand an apology for a 20-year-old skit of Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon impersonating Chris Rock. I doubt it. I doubt it. But again, I don't know. You can see it's interesting. The show will be taken by a variety of guests. Nothing wrong. Now, back in 2017, he left and he had Shaq and Melissa McCarthy and other unfunny people, although Shaq is pretty funny. But it's interesting that, you know, Kimmel announces his taking the summer off to spend time after his blackface controversy among late night show hosts. No apology, no acknowledgement of it, just him spending time with his family. Well, I wish you the best, Jimmy Kimmel. Hopefully, as you, I'm sure, hope, this all blows over for you and you can go back to roasting Drumpf for being all the things that apparently you are too. Before I leave, I've talked about my Subscribe Star before. There are 526 backers right now. My goal is to reach 1,000 by the end of the week. I know it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. We need 474 more backers hopefully today. This is my Patreon. This is a forum to insulate myself against cancel culture, against my sponsors, which happens frequently, and I'm hoping that you'll consider backing today. At whatever level you choose, I'm working on additional rewards. I've worked on the Discord link now, so we're going to have a private Discord for everyone that backs here, and I'm going to continue to add more and more incentives to this. I've got some people working on some fun stuff behind the scenes, so hopefully you'll consider backing today. It'll be in my pinned comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.